guys, Dr. Dex here. A very pivotal day for us today. We are going from framing to other parts of building this deck. I know it's been a journey, man. It's been a minute. We're finishing up the final blocking for our Regal Ideas rail pods, and then we're gonna start putting in our waterproof bladder system on the upper deck. This is exciting for us because that means after the bladders are done, we get to lay some deck boards. So if you learned something today, or you like what you see, please click that subscribe button. Tell all your friends and your family about Dr. Dex, and hit the bell icon while you're at it if you want to be notified every time we're putting out fresh content. All right, let's get going.
Kelvin! What's happening? They're durable, it's okay. Happy Friday, bro. Happy Friday, YouTube. Okay, so today is Friday, and sometime around 12:45, my girlfriend will be getting an ultrasound, and we will be finding out what the gender of my baby is. So, hopefully before Kelvin leaves, because I told her she had to tell me before Kelvin left, for you guys. So we will find out before the end of the day, and it'll be like a little end of the video gift. So the gender of Andy's baby. All right. We are working on Regal blocking. So we've got our Regal Ideas pods that are going to be coming in from the top. 4 Fasten Master. I think we're going to go 3 and 5/8 ledger locks. They go into a 4x6 block that goes in between the joist bays, every spot that we have a pod. So right now, Nazi is just making a couple of quick small adjustments to the 2 blocks that we were working on. They were just a little tight. And then we're going to keep moving on down the deck. Once we're finished with the blocking, then J.I. and Nazi will be starting on the waterproofing. So any of you guys that haven't got to see that, that's going to be pretty cool. We run EPDM bladder, and we set it up to where each bay is basically pitched with the EPDM bladder. It runs like this, and it goes on an angle, and we feed everything into a gutter so that you end up with a totally waterproof deck. And then this particular deck is going to be soffited as well, so all you're going to see is soffiting and a gutter, and it'll be totally leak-free, nice dry space underneath. Get sawdust in my face the whole time.
Stop complaining.
I wasn't complaining. What? Who took his ladder? Here we got here the other day, and just 3 ladders just randomly in the middle of the walkway. We didn't put them there. They just there.
It was the birds.
The birds work for the bourgeoisie. What is it?
Bourgeoisie.
The bourgeoisie. Oh man.
All right, so I just called the building official out to ask him a couple questions about my landing and some positive connections on the staircase. And we got the thumbs up, he signed off, everything's cool, didn't say anything about the docks, so we're good to go. Rock and roll, it's time to rock and roll.
So when we're doing these blocks, the easiest way, and as per Jay's teaching, is we stick the block up right where we need it, and then we just use our pencil and we trace lines, which we can show you. Hop down to the saw, cut the lines, pop it up here, see what it looks like, make adjustments if we need to, and then install them. I was just thinking about Nazi's humor. I love it when he opens up. Just brightens the day, like Kelvin.
So it's always more complicated when you're starting a procedure. I sound like a doctor, huh?
Makes sense.
Kinda. I have several PhDs. I have hydraulic pulse hole diggers, and I have manual pulse hole diggers. And there's different styles of pulse hole diggers we have. Some have auger bits. Some you have to pinch the wood to pull out the dirt. So I'm a multifaceted deck builder over here. But what I was saying was I have all these, like hundreds of different product pieces that I have to figure out where they go, because I wrote some of it down, but some of it I didn't write down. So now it's like a jigsaw puzzle, and I got to bring the right parts up so that we can start installing them for the bladder system. So that's what I'm doing right now, is just a little bit of calculation and math.
Can I hold this with one hand? Nas, hold the block, please.
No help needed. Shut up. I know what I'm doing.
I'm starting to have a real fondness for you, Nazi.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it tender and soft? So you can see sometimes when you don't have a hammer, you just got to use your bare strength to push this block in. Andy's trying it right now, but I don't think he ate his Wheaties today. So it's not going in. Oh, now he pulls it.
Weak.
Not enough.
Oh,
Wasn't a full send.
no.
We're
Send
not
it,
gonna
Andy.
send it.
Send
No,
it?
we're gonna trim it and make it fit right. As all of you, I'm sure, would be telling us to do. I keep finding pieces of wood in my mouth from the flakes that are coming down.
Don't close it.
Left after these. So we've had room for the drill to fit inside the bay for like most of this run. And then over here we get into our more custom stuff that we did, and there is not room for a drill.
Nas.
Yeah.
Then I would have.
What's that? What'd you say?
I said it turned out better than I think I would have been able to do of doing it the previous way. So Calvin gave us an idea while we were doing the blocking. Sometimes it's nice to have a different person's opinion or someone else's view and their input, but trying to trace this block out, which is what we would sometimes do, wasn't really doable because there wasn't enough room for us to get our hands in and trace on the top side while the whole block is being held up there. And I can't trace it from the top because you can't see the joists on the top, so you don't know where anything is. So anyway, Kelvin's idea was grab your measurements from each side of the white from here to here, and then find out how wide the piece is, and put the measurements together, cut it, and it worked out. So I think I found a new way to do some of these tough blocks when I'm in a really tight situation.
This is our very last block for our Regal Idea pods. I mean,
All right, we are finally done framing this deck. Now it's time to get on to our waterproof bladder. So if you don't know what that is, basically we take a huge roll of EPDM pond liner. It starts out on a pretty massive roll. There's like 1,000 feet. You can't lift it. It's like 800 pounds. It's very heavy, or maybe 500. I don't know exactly how much it weighs, but one person can't lift it. So we take that pond liner and roll it out in our shop, and we cut it, and we open it up, and then we chalk lines on it, and we cut these pie shapes out of it. And what that does is it's tight up against the house, and then as the joist bay goes out towards the beam, we make it longer so we can tuck it in so it becomes a dish. So the water comes from the house, and it floats down, and then it gets near the beam. We put in a baffle near the beam so when the bladder stops, the water comes through, hits that, and then drops into a gutter. So today we're gonna try to get some of the troughs done. We're gonna try to get all the baffles in on the uppermost deck, and then we'll see if we can't get that rocked out or not. Man, these are not going in very good. So, my way a little?
I can't believe they'll still cut that good.
Here. What?
Alright, so 10 minutes before Calvin's about to leave, cameraman, and decided to call the girlfriend and see what the answer was for gender of the baby. And I do not know yet. I'm going to find out on camera for you guys. Mostly for Calvin, but you guys. Alright, babe, tell me. What do we got? It's a girl! What? Alright! You were right, Jay? Having a girl. Alright.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you got something out of today, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon as well if you want to be notified every time we're putting out fresh content. Also, please don't forget to go check out Dr. Deck's Masterclass. I teach you how to bend deck boards in all different shapes and configurations with PVC and cap composites. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'm getting back to work. Bye.